The biggest lie that you have been fed is that mid-rankers don't get a good seat. What is a mid-ranker, you'll ask me. Actually, I happened to watch Dr. Aditya Sanjay Gupta's video on yesterday, which was released on his YouTube channel. In that, he had beautifully explained what is mid-ranker, and it's an eye-opening video, which I guess every one of you should watch. Okay. So the biggest myth is not everyone gets a seat. We are fed that only up to 20,000 rank or maybe up to 15,000 rank you will get government clinical seats. After that you will have to get either DNB or you have to do diploma. There are no options, and after 50,000 there are no options at all. Okay, this is the biggest myth that you have been living so far. So I'm going to prove this wrong in this section of the video. So this will focus on, this is the part 2, okay, and here we'll be focusing on art of choice selection. If you had watched my yesterday's video, I have told you information is power. I had released video yesterday, so in that I told you information is power. Now what do you do with this information is I'm going to tell you today. So we had gathered information regarding colleges, we had gathered information regarding which seat you'll get for which cutoff, like whatever your rank is, last 2 years which seat you have got, and now how to use that information I'll be telling you. Okay, if you haven't watched this video which I had released yesterday, so definitely watch this video, because this video is the crux of everything. If you did not watch this, then you are not going to understand what I'm going to talk now. Okay, this was the part 1. So if you visit Zynerd website, see, Zynerd is absolutely essential for neetpg counselling. There is no doubt in it. Without this, you can't. Just like you can't attempt neetpg exam without coaching platforms, similarly without Zynerd, you are not going to attempt neetpg counselling. Believe me, take it from me. Okay. So now in Zynerd, you will be getting all these options, and according to this, you will be getting a list of colleges according to your filters, and then you will be getting at what rank in last 2 years, what seats went at what this one, and so that it will help you decide for your this one. Okay. Now you will see that like for example, PSM last year in all these colleges went at rank of above 60,000. So those who are telling that after 50,000 clinical seats we won't get in government medical college, you are entirely wrong. All these are government medical colleges, and all these have PSM seats at more than 60,000 rank. So it's all a myth that your rank is not good, and the reason behind it is simple, because the coaching platforms want you to like subscribe to them again and again so that they can make money out of it. If they feed the idea that only top rankers are going to get a good rank, then if students' mentality is like that, so definitely you'll think about dropping. Why will you think about even getting a seat? Okay, so why I'm telling all this is because yesterday I happened to talk to one of my friends who wanted anesthesia seat. Actually, his rank was good at around 18,000. So he asked me help, like if I could find which colleges are good, and in his mind he just had few options, like 3 or 4 colleges which you could get anesthesia. But when I showed him Zynerd in like which options are available according to last year's counseling, like he was very shocked, because he would have got even Madras Medical College. Just imagine, Madras Medical College, Topiwala Medical College in Mumbai, all this had gone for a rank of around 15,000 to 20,000. All this rank had gone at that range. So you can just imagine how less information actually costs you a seat if you didn't research about it. Now, what will you do with all this information? See, this is one more announcement. Okay, see, I had used Zynerd, and I strongly suggest you use Zynerd for neetpg counselling, and this coupon code is valid till August 31, so you have to use before that. Okay, so coming on to our main point, what will you do with this information? From this information, you will do something called as priority list, and I'll tell you how this priority list is to be made. Step by wise, I will tell you. Okay, so first question is how many priority lists need to be made. Second is how to prioritize options. Third is how many options to enter during choice selection, that is option entry. Okay, this starts once the round 1 of counseling starts, and how priority list differs for different states and what criteria to apply to prioritize. So we'll be discussing all these things, because just getting information is not enough. I told you how to get information in the previous video. I also told you how to verify that information from each college. Okay, so how many priority lists should you make? See, one list you should make for MCC counselling, that is all India counselling, and one for state counselling, either your state of mbbs or your state of domicile, that is where you reside. Now, there was a Supreme Court judgment that domicile shouldn't be counted as a category for reservation. So we don't know what will happen this year. So I strongly suggest you wait till the brochure is released. So any extra quota you should be aware of. There are extra quota for Army College Counselling. There are extra quota for NRA quotas. There is extra quota for minorities. For example, one of my friends who had got a rank of 30,000, he had got minority quota under St. John's Hospital and he had got a very good seat. Okay, so there are many things that are there at a finer level which you need to be aware of. Now, how to prioritize whatever information that you're getting. For example, if your choice is like, let me give my example of my friend only at 18,000 rank, let's say, okay, just an arbitrary rank, okay. At 18,000 rank, suppose you're getting anesthesia, some 24 colleges. Actually, I was surprised. There were around 30 colleges which he could have chosen, okay. And second, suppose you are getting emergency medicine. What I realized is, after seeing that, many emergency medicine seats are coming up in every college. Since last year, many emergency seats are coming up. So there were some around 15 colleges, okay. Next, third option was like ENT, okay. Fourth option was like pediatrics. So whatever is possible, how many other colleges are there? Now you will be arranging these colleges in terms of college priority, in terms of state priority, and in terms of branch priority. What all this means, I'm going to tell you now. See, what is a branch priority? See, there shouldn't be any confusion. If you're passionate about a branch, like since you're MBBS, since the day you joined MBBS, you're like, I will do surgery because this is my passion. Then you shouldn't go for any other option. You should just focus on surgery. But if you're not going to get a branch of your passion, you can try one more attempt. If not that, if you're adaptable, I repeat this term, adaptable. If you are flexible in your decisions, and if you have better perks in other branches at better places, then you can choose some alternates. Now, these alternates shouldn't be very different from what is your base. Like for example, if you have all have done internship, you would have realized things can be divided into 4 parts broadly. For example, those who like surgery will also like ortho somewhat, okay. They'll also like ENT because all these are surgical clinical branches. What about surgical non-clinical branches like patho, anat, forensic? These are surgical non-clinical branches. What about medical clinical branches? These are medicine, radio, dermat, peds. So a person who likes medicine, his second choice will be definitely radio, derma, or peds. He won't randomly jump to ortho, okay. So they can overlap, okay. I'm not saying it can't overlap, but most of the time it gets restricted to these areas only. Similarly, the other part is also there. So these are the 4 broad categories. So try to keep your options within these broad categories, because if you're a person who likes dermat, you will find it very difficult if you choose an option like OPG, okay. Both are like unrelated things. So these broad headings you need to consider, okay. Second, what about state priority? So this is the general. Again, this is not very specific, this is general, okay. So first always comes Delhi colleges, because earlier bond was not there, but from this year bond will be there in Delhi colleges. Already MAMC has released a circular telling that from this onwards bond will be there. In other colleges till now the circular hasn't come, but most probably it will come. So Delhi will always be top because Delhi has many other perks other than stipend and bond, okay. So other than that, second will be own state top colleges. After that, non-Delhi central institutes, which are this BHU, AMU, RIMS Imphal, Central Institute of Psychiatry. So there are few more institutes like this, okay, non-Delhi central institutes. Then will be other state top colleges, like other than your top college, other top colleges like second or third colleges. This one is other state. Like for example, if you are a resident of Karnataka, Kerala's top college, like for example, Calicut Medical College or Trivandrum Medical College. Then your own state peripheral college, okay, that comes next. Then other state peripheral colleges. So this should be a broad your priority list according to state. Now for surgical branches, always remember that state colleges are better in terms of work, okay. State colleges more preference is given, because in central institutes you're getting chances is little bit less, but this applies more to INIs rather than other state colleges. So you can consider this if you're a surgical type of person. Also, in terms of type of institute, government institute should always be given priority number 1. Second, semi-government or private NB. See, I'll tell you one tip which I missed, okay. When I was giving my medicine options, you would have seen I hadn't attempted DNB counseling. DNB counseling happens separately. I didn't attempt this because I never thought about DNB at that point of time. I thought DNB is private. I didn't had that much of this one. Towards the later part of the counseling, I realized that yes, DNB is an option, but by then I had made up my mind. So DNB is something separate which you need to take care of. DNB, deemed institutes, deemed universities, and private. These 3 are separate categories, okay. So private and DNB seats, their fees is fixed at 1,25,000. Okay, and the stipend is also good. I think around 1 lakh. So DNB definitely you should consider, because outside India, MD and DNB have same value. Even within India also, it doesn't matter if you go into private practice. Next, next you have to select government NB. That is because private DNB colleges, they have like hospitals have better facilities than government structures. Okay, then private colleges, but there are exceptions. Like for example, if you have money, if you are affordable, KMC Manipal is a very good option in private. St. John's is a very good option. Amrita Institute of in Kochi is a very good option. Okay, so there are some exceptions to that, but you should have money for that. So there is a warning, that is Central Institute seats. Okay, Central Institute seats, like for example, if you compare AIMS versus Central colleges in Delhi, AIMS is always better compared to Central. Okay, it's not like Central government seats are equivalent to AIMS. They are not. Central seats, like for example RML or let's say LHMC or MAMC, all these are better compared to other state colleges. So they are compared better to other state colleges. Also AMU and BHU are also better compared to other state colleges. Okay, so one more important priority is that 68% who have subscribed to me who are watching this video haven't subscribed to me. I tell this because I'll be releasing part 3 and part 4 of counseling videos also. So if you're not subscribed to me, you will be losing that valuable videos in the amidst those detailed YouTube and feed. Okay, so that's why if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and also try to click on that bell icon or notification so that every time I release a video, you get it first. Next, what about college priority? See, one thing I want to stress it, and this is the rule, okay, that whatever the toppers had selected last year shouldn't be your list of priority, because your list is different from toppers list. If topper has choose MAMC Oftal as first option, your option may be MAMC or it may not be MAMC. You should choose, you should inquire about it. You should make a list. I'll tell you how to give importance to each branch and each seat. Okay, and then you have to come up with the list according to you, and that should be your priority list. I'll tell you in my case, I didn't put MAMC pediatrics and all in the beginning because my list was very clear. I knew RML pediatrics was the best among pediatrics in Delhi. So like why there are wide choices. Okay, you should also include DNB under your college priority. You should also include private if you're affordable. Okay, and compare ranks for at least 2 years. Don't just compare last 1 year's rank, compare for 2 years. This is because you see in 2022 and 2023 counseling, you can see the difference in the ranks. Like for example, let's say UCMS, it had closed at 1163, but 300 ranks later, like in 2023, it closed at 1419. The scenario changes in 2020-24. So that's why at least 2 years knowledge you should have. Next, what to do with this information? You have to make a priority list. Now, what is your first priority? What is your second priority? What is your third priority? Like that. And how does it look like? It looks something like this. Okay, like for example, this was mine when I attempted 2020-22 NEETpg counseling. If you can see here, my first choices were general medicine, and even though I knew that I wouldn't get in Delhi and like top colleges like Kozhikode, Kottayam, Trivandrum and all, I knew in first round, this is for first round, okay, this is not for second round. I knew for first round for a rank of 838 I won't get it, but I still failed it because that is the rule you should follow. Okay, I kept like it as a formula, but if your like rank is suppose 18,000, then what should be your rank range which you should search in zynerd? Like suppose let's say 18,000, then your rank range should be 15,000 to 25,000. You should keep a broad range. And why should you keep a broad range? That is because you don't know which seats will be vacant this year. Like counseling is a gambling process, and as the ranks go higher, no, like for example, for a rank of 50,000, your this one should be around 45,000 to 55,000. That should be your range. You can get any seat in that rank range. Got my point? Like last year, maybe like Madras Medical College went at like 14,000, but this year someone left 2-3 seats left at second round, and third round it got empty, and then you realize that 19,000 person had took it, even though your rank was 18,000. So many things can happen like that. So I'm telling you, this is a gambling process, and you can't afford any option to miss, because if you miss it, then you'll be regretting. So after putting like 13 options, okay, and you'll see that my RML pediatrics was somewhere here, and then I put MMC medicine, and then I put UCMS pediatrics. That was what I got in first round, and then I put VMMC pediatrics, and then it went like that. Okay, and then I put dermat and like all these things. So total I had given 27 options and I got the 14th option as my option of choice. So what happens is some people are worried, like what if I give first option college which I don't want, like which I won't get. Like for example, in my case, you had given, I had given Delhi medicine, but I had given my choice, like my choice was like RML pediatrics and some other pediatrics which was below. But still my actual choice was all this, which I knew I wouldn't get. So some are afraid, what if I give my actual options below and I don't get that seat? What if someone else gets it? That is not going to happen, because the computer algorithm works like this. First it will see rank 1, what rank 1 has chosen. Then it goes to rank 2. In rank 2 it will see, scan all the options. Then whichever is available in your priority list according to the choice number, it will give you that. Then it will go to rank 3. So it will go on like that. So this means whatever this choice numbers you have filled, no, that is the most important. I'll tell you, whatever choice number you have filled, that is the most important. Like for example, I'll tell you, Trivandrum Pediatrics went at a rank of something 1000, okay? But suppose if I had put Trivandrum Pediatrics here before UCMS, I would have got Trivandrum Pediatrics and I would have missed UCMS Pediatrics. I would have missed a seat in Delhi Pediatrics because I had given wrong choice numbers. So that's why I'm telling, after you gather information, your number one work, first work is to make a choice number. Which choice you want to give first, and your choice will matter above everything else. So how many choices you have to fill? As many as possible. If your rank is above 10,000, ideally you have to fill more than 100 choices. And all these 100 choices should be investigated properly. Without information, you shouldn't go there. Now, there will be a confusion. Like for example, when you have like 100 college list, how can you grade it objectively? So this was a point system which I developed for my neetpg counselling. I categorized all the colleges, whichever I have got, like all these 27 colleges, into this list. And I gave 3 scoring, that is 3, 2, 1. 3 means good, very good. 2 means average, and 1 means bad. So for example, I'll give an example. Just I'll take 2 colleges from this list and I'll compare like why this was so, okay? So I'll compare like let's say I'll compare RML pediatrics. Along with that, I'll compare let's say Government Medical College Thiruvananthapuram pediatrics, okay? So I'll compare these two. For example, I'll keep here RML pediatrics and I'll compare Trivandrum pediatrics, okay? See, this is my point of view. It will differ for you. Like academic wise, both are very good, so no doubt in it. Both gets 3 marks. Work-life balance wise, Trivandrum is not so good. RML has very good work-life balance, so I'll give 3 marks for this. Infrastructure wise, almost both have same infrastructure. Bond, this was a major factor. Delhi has had no bond at my time, no bond, and stipend was very good. So I can give 1 extra mark also for this. And Trivandrum fees is also high. Stipend is also low, and bond is also there of 1 year. So I'll give 1 mark because I don't want to this is a very bad thing. Toxicity wise, Trivandrum I found it is not much toxic, and even RML Peds I found was not toxic at all. Accommodation and accessibility, RML has a hostel of its own, so yes, definitely. And accessibility wise also, it's easy to access, near to Delhi area, and it's in VIP area. Trivandrum is also easily accessible, so I'll give 3 for this, but I don't know right now what is accommodation facilities available there. Hands-on exposure, both have good hands-on exposure, and MD versus DNB, both are MD, so I'll give this 3. Now at the end of this, I know that Trivandrum has less points compared to RML pediatrics, so this one will go above in my option. So this was an objective method I developed, and which I think you should also develop when you have many options in hand, because you can't be subjective. Each time you'll be talking to a person from a different college, your opinion will change. You'll like, okay, this college is good, and someone tells bad about some other college, you're like, oh, I don't want that college, okay? So you want something objective. So you should be very thorough regarding some things, okay? See, your seat, your rank is your valuable asset that you have right now. Your rank is the most valuable. With this, whatever maximum that you can bargain, whatever maximum you can gamble, that you have to gamble. Now, there are people who want to take this opportunity away from you or try to distract you. So first rule of counseling is don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone. Double verify your facts. I'm not talking about trusting me. I'm talking about when you're talking to people of other colleges. Now, let's say at 18,000 rank, you have got contact number of a Madras Medical College anesthesia person, okay? Now, what this person will do, if he is first year, he'll tell that the college is not good and all, and maybe he'll have his juniors or his friends who want to come to same college for anesthesia. Now he gets threatened by you, because if you get, his friend won't get, so he'll give bad review about the college. Now what to do in this case? You have to talk to multiple people. Easy. Second, don't be biased. Why I'm telling don't be biased? Because three people will give three different opinions about a college. You have to choose which one suits you better. Next, people will definitely lie. I'll tell you, on counseling group, on Telegram groups, I have seen this very much rampantly. Okay, like someone will ask a doubt, like for example, let's say in any Telegram counseling groups, they'll ask anyone has any idea regarding this college, and some random person will tell it is very toxic. Last year 2 people had committed suicide. Then you'll believe, oh yes, it might be true, I don't want this college. So never fall for this trap. Double verify. Next, use standard sources for cutoff. That is because there are many websites which are available. So much information is available on Telegram. Don't trust everything. What I can tell you, I can vouch for is zynerd, which I have been using since last 3 years. So I haven't found any fault with that. Next, it's gambling. After all, you can't expect anything or predict. You don't know what will happen. Maybe something very good will happen. I've seen people who had got like very good ranks, even though their rank was not good, very good seat. And I've seen people who had a very good rank also, but still not get a good seat. So anything is possible. So what happens after choice selection is done? There will be 2 rounds that will be happening simultaneously. On one hand, All India counselling will be taking place, and on the other hand, state counselling will be taking place. And now comes the most important part, where you will be very much in mess. That is because I'll tell you, if you're attending both All India counselling and state counselling, what will happen is, one is, let's say in All India counselling round 1, you got some Delhi college. Sorry, we'll take this. You got some college in Andhra. Okay. Now for state counselling, state counselling round 1, you got let's say your state is Maharashtra, you got KM something. Okay. Now All India quota second round. Okay. Now let's say that you had taken admission at Andhra. Okay. Now in state counselling stage 1, you have got KM Mumbai. Now you got medicine. Let's say you got medicine. Just an example. Okay. Some seat in KM Mumbai. Now now you want to continue with state quota. Okay. But you had already done your admission here, because once you get counselling result, All India or state, you should go and report there, or else your admission is not done. If you are reporting and doing admission, then you have to give your certificates. Now your certificate is deposited in this college. Now you want to participate in state quota 1. So now definitely you won't appear for All India quota 2. No worries in that. But now before state quota counselling, you will be getting 5 days. Before this 5 days, you have to go back to this Andhra college. Okay, before the state counselling 5 days gap will be there for you to report. Before that, you have to go to this college. You have to cancel your admission. You have to fly back to Mumbai, and then you have to do admission here. Before that, 5 to 6 days of time. And then if you want to upgrade to state quota 2, let's say you didn't like KM Mumbai, you want to upgrade to Lokmanya Tilak Medical College in Mumbai. Now you have to, okay, let's say you want to upgrade to BGMC Pune, because your hometown is in Pune. Now what you want to do, in your second round again state, you will have to apply for this. Then you have to go back to KM Mumbai, collect your certificates back, and then you have to go to Pune BHGMC. Got my point? This I have discussed only for 1 and 2. Now imagine all this takes place and you are going into All India quota 4 and also state quota 3. So you can imagine the mess that will get created. Okay. So that's why it is always advisable for 2 things. One is you should have enough money. Enough money for what? One is, what I suggest is money equivalent to around 4 on and back trips from North India to South India, because that depends on your state. Like for example, if you are giving if you are like doing All India quota and you want a seat in Delhi also, and you want a seat, let's say, in Kerala also. So in this case, you should have at least 50,000 ready for your flight trips, because you might have to fly 4 times in between this, might have to. Okay, so you should have around 50k for your flights only. And second is fees. So let's say in first round, okay, All India quota round 1, you selected a private college, and in second round All India quota, now you selected a DNB college. Now you have to pay this private fees first, because you are admitting there, and then you are applying for upgradation. And then when you get All India quota second round DNB seat, you have to upgrade to that also. So you have upgraded. So now you have to leave this seat. But this fees maybe or may not be transferred back to you immediately. Sometimes it takes 3 months, sometimes it takes 4 months. When I got admitted to UCMS and then I had to upgrade myself to RML, it took me 7 months for this UCMS this one to return my fees. But the fees was only 15,000, so it didn't matter much. So that's why you should have at least double the amount of fees whatever that is you're going to pay in whatever institutes that you have applied. So if you're applying only for government institutes, at least 1 lakh should be in your hand in advance. So I'm telling this you in advance only. I don't think anyone will tell you all these simple things, because these things will actually matter and can affect you. And the third thing which actually affects you, what are the eligibility certificates? Because I have seen people losing seats because of this. Now itself, make sure all your certificates are ready, especially your address proofs, okay, your caste certificates, because once you have some caste or category, those category certificates, if there is any fault in that, it won't be acceptable and you can't do it in a hurry, okay. And domicile proof is not there, some other proof whichever is needed. So kindly watch zynerd video on YouTube. They have, and even in my previous video I told what all things are needed, okay. So these eligible certificates shouldn't cause a problem for you for losing a seat. So these are simple things where I have seen people losing seats. I have literally seen people losing seats and crying over this. If you have any health conditions, see, some institutes don't allow some health condition. For example, color blindness in some institutes don't allow for surgery, okay, color blindness. Some institutes have strict medical procedures before they join. Like for example, in RML itself, we have a strict medical certificate policy. They'll certify and then they'll identify if we have any disease, only then they'll allow us to work. You have to go through that screening process, okay. So there are some mandates for some this one, okay. Then like for example, some states have this bond policy where you have to deposit in bank some 7 lakh amount well in advance only. I think in Gujarat it was maybe 1 or 2 years back, where they had to deposit 4 or 7 lakh something bond amount priorly only. So there are many such things which you shouldn't miss out, and you should be knowing this priorly only. So everything is a gamble. The only fear that I have regarding you guys is, now I have told you all information. You guys are intelligent enough now. I have told you all tricks which no one will tell you like this. I have given you all information. I have given everything in relation public domain. Now what I am afraid is that you do some silly mistake and you lose your seat, because I have seen people who do these silly mistakes. Silly mistakes in neetpg will cost you just your rank, but a silly mistake in neetpg counselling will hurt you a lot, believe me. You will be regretting this decision lifelong. That's why it's like a gamble. Like, you should know what the other person is doing ahead of you, or else you are left behind. The more information you have what the person before you is doing, the better it is. That's why be careful of those people who have some malicious intent, because people will approach you if they know that your rank is more than their friends rank or their children's rank. I have seen this with parents especially. They'll come, they'll identify people who have got better rank than their children, and they'll try to try some mischief, okay. So all these things I'm telling, these are truth, okay. So people will try to snatch your seat, so be very careful, and you should be careful of the people who are behind you and people who are ahead you. This scene is one of my favorites from Sherlock Holmes Part 2 movie. So it's all about a gamble. Also, one of the frequent comment that I've got in the last video is I should organize a one-to-one session, counseling session for people who are interested. So just let me know in the comments how many of you are interested if I hold a one-to-one session. Like, it will be like we talk over phone, okay, like we set an appointment, and then you can talk to me directly regarding counseling sessions. Just mention in the comment box, just mention one-to-one mentorship, one-to-one counseling mentorship. Mention this thing so that I get an idea. If it is feasible, I'll start this, okay. So that's it. I'll come up with the third part and fourth part of this also, okay. So till then, make good choice, investigate. Your job is now of Sherlock Holmes.